Hello, everyone, and welcome to the FLQL Season 6 Grand Final for the international track. And we have four amazing finalists today. But before that, let's welcome our host, Venkatesh Srinivasan, who will conduct this quiz in his fine manner. Venki, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Sresh. Hi, everyone. Very warm welcome to all of you to the Fundays Liga Quiz League Season 6 International Track Grand Final with four amazing players. These four players have emerged from 300 plus players who played the league, attempted their hand at 750 plus questions over 700 plus matches. And here we are for the grand finale. Before we go into the finale, here's some people we need to thank. These are the people without whom the league would not be possible. Truly, our readers who pick up and read all of these 700 plus games, and the top few of them whom we'd like to call out and honor: Rahul Preman, Rajdeep Saha, Tanmay Roy, Kiran Kalyan, Sanveer Singh, Abhijit Badran, Rahul Budavarapu, Shankar Ghosh, Dastidar, Dipta Jyoti Das, Purkayasta, Harshit Rastogi, Aranya, Mayank Agarwal, Pratyanik, and Ramakrishnan. Thank you very much for all your support and for being such wonderful readers. Here are our tier champions. This is the tier 1 finale, of course, but there have been several more tiers, and here are our champions. Our tier 2 champion is Rishikesh Verma, tier 3 Aaron Mohan, tier 4 Amit Dey, tier 5 Siddhant Rao, tier 6 Aniruddha Mitra, tier 7 Peter Sells, tier 8 Akshat Jain, tier 9 Manjula Jonalagadda, tier 10 Vinayak Singh Bhadoria, and tier 11 Sridhar Chelappa. Right, and we'd also like to invite all of you to join us in the season 4 of Flames, which has been the popular parallel track from the FLQL team. As you know, Flames stands for a variety of topics that largely are in the art, music, entertainment space. And you'll have a lot of fun playing this. It's a 6-week competition. You once again have the choices of playing either the India track or the international track. We get started on the 18th of March. So sign up right now. The sign up link and all the other details are in the video description. So we look forward to having all of you play Flames Season 4. And another exciting announcement, FLQL, the OG Mimir League in India goes offline for the first time. So there's a very fun FLQL Summer Showdown that's planned on May 11th and 12th in the beautiful city of Mumbai. There are 6 quizzes. There are very interesting formats. It's going to be a combination of solo and team events. So wherever you are in the country, wherever you are in the world, take some time out and come and enjoy the Mumbai summer and take part in the FLQL Summer Showdown, where we're going to have a lot of fun. So the details again are in the description below this video. Right, let's meet our tier 1 finalists, the Fab 4 who've made it here. We have Dave McBrien. And let me tell you a little bit about all our finalists. Dave is a tier 1 finisher for all 6 seasons so far, but this is the first time he's been in the final. Dave, welcome. Quick thoughts on what you're looking forward to from this game?
I'm sure it's going to be a tough match. I not quite all 6 finals. I think I only joined in the 2nd season, and there might have been one season where I missed tier 1. But yes, I'd never got past a quarterfinal before this season. So pleased to be here.
Wonderful. Welcome to the final, Dave. Next up, we have Nikhil Soneja. Nikhil has been a Flames finalist before, and I believe he's come into this final based on 2 second-place finishes in the quarters and the semis. So, Nikhil, are you all geared up for the final?
Yeah, hoping that the second-place finishes are out of the way now. No, I'm happy to be in the final. Like you mentioned, I've been in Flames, but I think this is my first FLQL, full final. Definitely came close in the very first season, but yeah, this is definitely the best I've done so far.
All right, let's hope the second place finishes are behind you. All the best. Our third finalist is Shane Whitlock. Shane joined us in season 4. He's been a tier 1 semi-finalist in season 5. Here he is in the season 6 final. Welcome, Shane. All set for the final?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I've enjoyed every season I've been in. So, and I've admired watching all these guys whenever I get to play with them. So yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Lovely. Welcome and all the best. And rounding up our lineup is Calvin Price. Now, one very interesting thing about Calvin is he's the youngest finalist across all our competitions. And I believe he's the first finalist to be born in the 21st century. So welcome, Calvin, holding up the Gen Z banner very high over there. Thoughts on playing against these old fogies?
That's very interesting. Mighty glad to be here. Just
All right. Calvin, we're not able to hear you very clearly, so I'll just ask you to adjust your audio a bit so that we can clearly hear those wonderful answers coming through from you.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, much better, much better. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Calvin, and welcome. So Dave, Nikhil, Shane, Calvin are our 4 finalists. And let's get right on with it. Welcome as we get started with match 1001, the grand finale of season 6 of the Fundays Liga Quiz League. We have Dave McBrien on seat 1, Nikhil Soneja on seat 2, Shane Whitlock on seat 3, and Calvin Christ on seat 4. These players will go through 8 rounds of quizzing with 2 direct questions to each player, and the passing rules follow the standard memory format. So Dave, your first 2 questions coming up. All the best, all players. Dave, here is your first question. Quasi and the White Stripes are both rock duos that consist of a male guitarist and a female drummer. From 1995 onwards, in the case of Quasi, and 2000 onwards, in the case of the White Stripes, the members of each duo had what familial or legal connection? For many years, Jack and Meg White falsely claimed to be siblings.
Married couple?
I'll prompt you for a slightly better answer.
But husband and wife?
Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. They were ex-spouses. They were husband and wife who separated as well. They were ex-spouses, but Jack and Meg White kind of, for a long time, claimed that they were siblings, but they had been married to each other and then separated. So they were ex-spouses, but we'll give it to you. Okay, good. Dave, your second question. There are 10 clubs or teams that have won the UEFA Champions League only once. Name this club that won their only UEFA Champions League in 1993, beating AC Milan 1-0 in the final. Famous footballer Zinedine Zidane was born in this city.
Marseille?
Marseille is a good answer. Olympique Marseille being the club, or Marseille. Absolutely correct. That gets you a full house on the start. Nikhil, over to you. Istanbul Train in 1932 was Graham Greene's 4th novel, but the first to be a success. Under what different title? Also 2 words. Was it published in the US and later made into a film? This book's success under its US title meant that a 1934 novel by another British writer had to appear in the US under the title Murder in the Calais Coach.
Orient Express.
Orient Express is a good answer there. Orient Express. And of course, the other work in question is Agatha Christie's Orient Express, Murder in the Orient Express, which had to appear in the US under the title Murder in the Calais Coach. Your second question, Nikhil. Indigenous to India, what is the common name of the Azadirachta indica? Its extracts are used for toothpaste, cosmetics, and insect repellents, and medicinally to treat infections and skin conditions. Its heavy wood is also popular for furniture as it repels pests like termites.
Say neem.
Neem is the right answer. Well done, well pulled out. That is the neem. The neem is also called the Indian lilac, or sometimes the miracle tree, or the nimba tree. Many names. It's the neem. All right. Shane, your questions. This is a CIA officer who's photographed while doing a blank. During the Cold War, US and USSR spy agents were carrying out detailed form of espionage that relied on this act, which is represented by the blanks. The biggest problem with it was if someone caught doing it or photographed like this one, they can be picked up for detainment by enemy agents. This photo shows just how dangerous it was. What is he doing? Or just give us an alliterative term to fill in the blanks.
Dead drop.
Dead drop is absolutely right. You're dead right. It is the dead drop. Well done. Your next question. Which type of paintbrush has a thick ferrule and hairs that are on an average medium to long hairs in the shape of an oval resembling a hazelnut? Particularly useful for blending, the name derives from another name for the hazelnut, named after a 7th century Frankish abbot and a saint whose feast day coincides with the ripening of the nut in August. You have 10 seconds. I need an answer now.
I'm afraid I don't have it. I'll pass.
Pass. All right. Passes to Calvin.
I'll pass.
Passing as well. Dave.
Pass.
Pass. And Nikhil.
Pass.
Pass. All right. That's the first X of the game. Let's see what the answer is. The answer is filbert. This is called filbert. Filbert brush. All right. Okay. Calvin, your X. In which movie did Daniel Day-Lewis speak in a working class Belfast accent? Here is the clip.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what?
Why do you always follow me? Huh? Hey, why do you always follow me when I do something wrong? Why can't you follow me when I do something right?
What are you talking about?
Huh? What am I talking about? I'm talking about the medal.
What medal?
What fucking medal? What fucking medal? I'm talking about the only fucking medal that was ever in our house. That fucking medal. The medal I won at football. And you was on the sidelines shouting and...
There you go. So, which movie? Ten seconds.
My left foot.
Not My Left Foot. Dave?
I don't remember this scene, but on the basis that the other guy sounds like Pete Postlethwaite, is this In the Name of the Father?
That is very well worked out, Dave. That's absolutely correct. It is In the Name of the Father, Jim Sheridan's movie, co-starring Emma Thompson about the Guildford Four. Very well done. 1993 film, In the Name of the Father. Good steal by Dave. Calvin, your second question. Collectively designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site for the diversity and density of wildlife, the New Zealand sub-Antarctic islands comprise the 5 southernmost groups of the New Zealand outlying islands. Which of these island groups was discovered in 1788 and named after the ship the discoverer was sailing on? The ship would become infamous just months after the discovery.
Bounty.
Bounty is a good answer. This is the Bounty of the infamous mutiny on the Bounty, which happened in Jan 1789. Well done. So that's round 1 done. Dave into a narrow lead, but there's a long way to go. Dave, your own directs coming up now. Cultivated since at least 2000 BC in India and now widely grown in tropical climates, what is the common name of the Mangifera indica, which also features in Vedic legends from the Indian subcontinent? Ten seconds.
I don't know. Banyan.
Not Banyan. Passes. Nikhil.
Pass.
Passes. Shane.
Pass.
And Calvin.
I'll pass.
You're passing. All right. That was a surprising pass for everyone. This is just the mango. The Mangifera indica is the mango.
Mangifera.
Mangifera, half the answer was there.
I
Yeah.
did think of it, but yeah.
All right.
And
Yeah,
you are
early
passing.
days. Yeah. Yeah, early days, I guess. No one wants to take a risk. Okay, Dave, your second question. Tom Cruise in the movie Valkyrie in 2008 Cillian Murphy in The Wind That Shakes the Bali in 2006, and 3 soldiers by the names Private Farrell, Private Arnaud, and Corporal Paris in Paths of Glory. What is common in the manner in which all of them die in these films?
Are they executed? Shot by firing squad?
Shot by firing squad is the perfect answer. Well done. Shot by a firing squad indeed. Right. Nikhil, your question. Standing at USD 674 million and USD 538 million, which pair of footballers hold the number 2 and number 3 positions for the largest sports contract in history? The former contract was from 2017 to 2021, while the latter is from 2023 to 2025. We need both the names. The order is not important.
Hmm.
You have 10 seconds.
Say Ronaldo and Messi.
Ronaldo and Messi is good enough. That will get you the points. It's Messi and Ronaldo in the other order. Messi to Barcelona and Ronaldo to Al Nassr. But we said order is not important, so you can take your points. Here's your second question. In Jan 2017, Donald Trump went after which company, which led to a 1.2 billion decrease in the company's market cap? He was incensed that the company was building a factory in Mexico and not on US soil. Here's the image, and if you can't read it, I'll try to blow it up a little bit for you. It says, it's a tweet by Trump, which essentially says, there you go. It's a tweet which says, Dash said we'll build a new plant in Baja, Mexico to build blank for US. No way. Build plant in US or pay big border tax.
Hmm.
Ten.
General Motors.
Not General Motors. Shane?
I'll pass.
Passes to Calvin.
I'll pass.
Pass to Dave.
Yeah, I'll pass too. I was going to guess General Motors as well.
All right. We'll pass you. You are with the right industry and product category, but
Pass.
it's Toyota. It's Toyota. Okay. Shane, here come your questions. Analogous to the preparatory study that grouped grammar, rhetoric, and logic, what name was given in ancient times to the next stage that involved 4 subjects or arts? These together comprise the 7 classical arts.
Quadrivia?
Say again.
Quadrivia?
I'll give it to you. It's quadrivium, but we'll give it to you on quadrivia. Yeah. Trivia, trivium, or quadrivium. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Here's your second one. Name this club or just the city that won their only UEFA Champions League in 1991, beating Marseille in the penalty shootouts after a 0-0 draw. Famous performance artist Marina Abramovich was born in the city.
Belgrade?
Belgrade is good. Do you know what the club is?
Is it Red Star?
Red Star. That's correct. It's the Red Star Belgrade. Full house to Shane. Calvin, your questions. Which trans rights activist and influencer posted Bud Light cans with their face on them in an Instagram video in April 2023, causing a conservative outrage and a backlash that led to sales dropping by 30%?
Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney, quickly dispatched by our youngest player, Calvin. Here's your second question. During and after the Cuban Revolution, everyone feared El Paredon. It created a terrifying image in Cubans' minds since it became synonymous with Castro's firing squad executions on the countless counter-revolutionaries. What is the El Paredon, or what does it entail? Something that Castro utilized so that his firing squad executions go perfectly without any ricochet. No proper noun needed, just a descriptor will do. Ten.
A wall behind them.
The wall behind them. That's the good answer. It is the wall behind them. This was the wall against which Castro conducted the firing squad executions. So that's the wall. Well done. 2 rounds done. Anybody's game. Dave has his nose slightly ahead with 4, but everybody else is caught up to 3. Dave, here's a chance to further your lead. On September 2023, 79-year-old British chess champion player Peter Lee played against an 8-year-old chess prodigy, Bodhana Sivanandan, in which location in London? Peter has been part of this institution, an esteemed and elite club consisting of 51 Nobel laureates for over 40 years. Look at the statue in the image carefully to crack the answer.
Hmm.
10 seconds.
The Athenaeum Club?
The Athenaeum Club. Great answer
Oh.
there. It is the Athenaeum Club. That was the
Okay.
statue of Athena. And this is the Athenaeum Club. Well done. Good answer, Dave. Here's your second one. Which French footballer left Real Madrid on a 2-year USD 447 million contract to play in the Saudi League team Al Ittihad? This 2022 Ballon d'Or winners deal is the 5th biggest contract in sports.
Mbappe?
Not Mbappe. Passes to Nikhil.
Not Mbappe. A pass.
Passing.
Oh.
Shane.
Benzema.
Benzema. That's the right answer. Karim Benzema.
I got that a second too late.
Yeah, Nikhil got that just a bit late. Okay, Nikhil, no worries. Here come your questions. You can see 21 cups here, each about 2 inches tall, a glass knife, an antique pencil used for the burning parts of the process in this kit. It was a common medical practice in the Middle Ages, where physicians felt that the body gets bogged down with this fluid, which slows the system. Therefore, the cure was to expunge a lot of this fluid using a certain creature. The cups were placed over the skin with the creature as it provided suction. What fluid and what creature? We need both.
Blood and leeches.
Blood and leeches is a good answer there. Yes, this is the whole bloodletting that used to happen with leeches. That is correct. They're called leech cups and leech kits. Okay, here's your next one. In 1991, a man in Pennsylvania bought a painting for $4 since he liked the art surrounding it. When he took the artwork out, it turned out to be the original copy of a historical relic. It went up for auction in June 1991 and was valued at $1 million. Today's value is 2.18 million. What historical relic is this? And no matter what this 2004 movie tells you, there isn't actually a map leading to the treasure of the Knights Templar on the back of this relic. You have 10.
I will say this is, what say the Bayou Tapestry.
Not the Bayeux Tapestry. Calvin?
I'll pass.
Pass. Shane?
U.S. Declaration of Independence.
Is the right answer. It is the U.S. Declaration of Independence.
National Treasure,
and
yes.
National Treasure. Yes, the movie is the National Treasure. All right. Well done, Shane. Good steal. And here come your own directs. This tree, originally from Africa, where it's called the tree of life, has grown in India since prehistoric times. The genus name is a Western rendering of the Arabic for date fruit of India, while its specific epithet is indica, which tree or plant?
Baobab.
Nope. Calvin? Sorry?
Tamarind.
Tamarind. That's the right answer. It is called Tamar-e-Hind. And that's how we get tamarind. It's the Tamarindus indica. Tamarind, widely used in cooking in India. All right, Shane, your second question. Of all the countries that have won exactly one Academy Award for Best International Feature Film, which was earlier called the Best Film in a Foreign Language, Poland holds the record for the maximum nominations, with 13 of its movies having been nominated. Its solitary win was for Ida at the 2015 ceremony. Who directed Ida, going on to earn one more Oscar nomination for his next feature film, Cold War?
Pavlikovsky.
Pavlikovsky, absolutely right. Quickly dispatched. Pavel Pavlikovsky is absolutely correct. Okay, Calvin, your questions. A type of stippling brush, which type of paintbrush is named so because it resembles the hoof toes of cervils? It's ideal for creating the texture of foliage and fur. This is the image. You have 10.
Beaver.
Not beaver. Nikhil?
See, this is the camel brush.
Not the camel brush. Dave?
Deerfoot?
Deerfoot is a great answer, Dave. Absolutely correct. This is the deerfoot, right? So this is the deerfoot brush. And the last question of this round to Calvin. On 18th May 1937, Israel's first Prime Minister, David Ben-Gurion, met St. John Philby at the Athenaeum Club and discussed a draft treaty between the Zionist movement and an Arab federation. The Arab Federation was headed by the king whose image you see, whose senior advisor was St. John Philby, who had already converted to Islam. Which king? Please give us his full name. You have 10.
King Saud.
I'll prompt you for a full name.
King Abdulaziz bin Saud.
Abdulaziz bin Saud. That's incorrect. Nikhil?
Ibn Saud.
Ibn Saud. That's the right answer. Sorry about that, Calvin. This is Ibn Saud. And of course, St. John Philby, a very, very interesting character. If you don't know about him, and the Philby surname might be very suggestive of the kind of work that he did. All right. So that's 3 rounds done. And we have 2 players tied on 6 points, Dave and Shane. We have Nikhil on 5 and Calvin on 4. Very close contest. Dave, we come back to you. For much of his career, Green divided his fictional oeuvre into novels, namely serious works often with Catholic themes like The Power and the Glory, and The Heart of the Matter. And what other category? This term refers to works such as Our Man in Havana and the Ministry of Fear, and also happens to name an FLQL topic category.
Hmm.
Ten seconds.
Is this just no? History?
Good guess, not history. Calvin?
Pass.
Pass. Nikhil?
Pass.
Right. And Shane?
Pass.
All right. Yeah,
Topical?
he called it novels and entertainments.
Oh,
Novels
okay.
and entertainments. So according to him, Our Man in
Oh.
Havana and Ministry of Fear were entertainments, while Power and the Glory and Heart of the Matter were novels. Okay, your next one, Dave. All of these people are hiding their faces in this photograph for a very good reason. This picture was taken inside the Chicago Federal Building in June 1931. What was the occasion? Ten more seconds.
Is this it's like a trial of Al Capone?
The trial of Al Capone is absolutely right. Well done. It is the trial of Al Capone. All right.
Or literal jurors or something.
Yeah. Nikhil, here we go. In this movie, for which Daniel Day-Lewis won an Oscar for Best Acting, his accent is based on one of two American states. Name either of these adjacent states.
I felt the war demanded it. My oath demanded it. I felt right with myself, and I hoped it was legal to do it. I'm hoping still. 2 years ago, I proclaimed these people emancipated, then, thenceforward, and forever free. Well, I say the courts decide I had no authority to do it. They might well decide that. Say there's no amendment abolishing slavery.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us one of the two states.
Illinois.
Illinois, not Illinois. Passes to Calvin.
Pass.
Passes to Shane.
I'll pass then if it's not Illinois. Huh?
Okay, you pass. All right. And Dave.
Kentucky?
Kentucky is good. The other one would have been? Anyone for the other one?
Kentucky and Tennessee.
Kentucky or Indiana?
Virginia?
Kentucky and
Indiana.
Indiana. So he had a Kentucky, Indiana accent. The movie, of course, is Lincoln. Good answer, Dave, on Kentucky. Okay, Nikhil, your next one. Name this club or just the city that won their only UEFA Champions League in 1988, beating two-time winner Benfica in the final at Stuttgart. The city's name derives from the contraction of the regional word, meaning last or end, and another local word, meaning a section of some 14 hectares of land.
His name.
You have 10 seconds.
I'll say Anderlecht.
Anderlecht. Passes to Calvin.
Eindhoven.
Say again.
Eindhoven.
I'm not able to hear you very well, Calvin.
Eindhoven.
Eindhoven is a good answer. Yes. What's the club called?
PSV Eindhoven.
PSV Eindhoven. Yes, the Phillips there should have been a good clue. This is PSV Eindhoven. All right, Shane, we come to you for your next two questions. At its inception, two scientists were the first chairman, seen on the left, and the first secretary, seen on the right, respectively, of the Athenaeum Club. While the one on the left was astonished at how much he could laugh after one of his experiments, the one on the right was his lab assistant who became a far more influential scientist than his boss. Name either scientist.
Davy?
Davy is correct. And do you want to take a shot on who the other one is?
I'm not sure. No.
Faraday.
Yeah, Faraday. That's correct. Yeah, so
Okay.
that was Davy, and the laughing gas was the clue there. And the other, of course, was Michael Faraday, who went on to do some amazing things in the world of physics. All right, that's a good answer there. Shane, your second question. Graham was Graham Greene's middle name. What was his first name? Had he published under this first name, a contemporary of his, whose real name was Blank Vincent York, and whose own acclaimed works, including Loving and Partygoing, might have had to adopt a different literary pseudonym from the one he ended up choosing? Ten seconds.
Kingsley.
Kingsley, nice guess. Not Kingsley. Calvin?
I'll pass.
Passing. Nikhil?
Pass.
Dave?
Pass.
Pass. Anybody want to try
Oh,
non-con?
Stanley Gardner.
Not all Stanley Gardner?
Evelyn, no, I would think contemporary of his.
Not Evelyn as in Evelyn Waugh. This is Henry. So the contemporary is
Henry
Henry
Green.
Green, who wrote Loving and Partygoing. This is Henry. Henry was Graham Greene's actual first name. All right, Calvin, to round off the halfway point of this quiz, here are your two questions. If you were traveling to Eastern Europe in the 1800s, you would be advised to pack this kit. From a wooden stake, garlic, holy water, and the Holy Bible, it contains everything to thwart a supposed attack. These kits were available throughout the 1800s, but post-1897 saw an uptick in sales. Why the sudden hike in sales?
Bram Stoker publishing Dracula.
Bram Stoker publishing Dracula, absolutely right. The kit is, of course, for to thwart a supposed vampire attack, and the whole traveling to Eastern Europe, especially to Transylvania, Romania. At that time, people used to carry this kit, but Bram Stoker's Dracula popularized it. Good answer, Calvin. Here's your next one. This long-lost ship found in the Namibian desert in 2008 was worth $13 million. This Portuguese ship had disappeared 500 years ago and was found with gold and copper ingots in it. What is the name of the ship? It shares its name with a church in Goa. Ten.
Say bomb.
Sorry?
Bomb.
I'll prompt you for a full answer.
Bomb Jesus.
Bomb Jesus, that's correct. Bomb Jesus. I don't know if that was a lucky guess or a workout, but Bomb Jesus is absolutely right.
Just based on the church.
Just based on the church. Right. Well done. All right. Halfway point of the grand finale of the international track of FLQL season 6. Nikhil Soneja is on 5. Shane Whitlock and Calvin Christ are on 7. But in a narrow lead from round 1 has been Dave McBrien, currently at 8 points. Anybody's game. Half the quiz remains. Dave, back to you. The use of the term quadrivium in the early Middle Ages is attributed to which Roman senator, historian, and philosopher known for his consolation of philosophy. This philosopher is one of the favorites of Ignatius Reilly in a confederacy of dunces, with consolation of philosophy featuring in the plot as well as loosely influencing the book's structure.
Boethius.
Boethius is absolutely correct. Boethius, well done. Anicius Manlius Severinus Boethius, if you care for the full name. Okay, here's your second one. Which of the Auckland Islands, part of the New Zealand Sub-Antarctic Islands, was named by Abraham Bristow in 1807 because he could neither find fur seals, which is what he was surveying the island for, nor a convenient base to reach the fur seal rookeries. Islands names because of similar sentiments also exist in French Polynesia. Ten seconds.
Inaccessible Island?
Good guess, not inaccessible. Nikhil?
It's a disappointment.
Disappointment will not leave you disappointed,
good answer.
Nikhil. It's Disappointment Island. Yes, because he was disappointed. Could neither find the fur seals nor the base. All right, chance for you to continue your momentum. Here are your questions. According to the All Music Guide, which musical family, led by a man born Sylvester Stewart, was comprised of men and women and blacks and whites, making the band the first fully integrated group in rock history? They were pioneers of the funk and psychedelic soul genres, and their Billboard #1 hits include Family Affair from the 1971 album There's a Riot Going On.
Sly and the Family Stone.
Sly and the Family Stone is nicely dispatched by Nikhil there. Sly and the Family Stone. Well done. Truly multiracial, multi-gender band. And here's your next one. 4 of Poland's 13 Academy Award nominations for Best International Feature Film were for movies directed by which cinematic legend? While the movies The Promised Land, The Maids of Wilko, Man of Iron, and Katyn did not get him an Oscar nod, he did receive an honorary Oscar in 2000 for his whole body of work. You have 10 more seconds.
No, I'm not going to get this. Let's say Kieslowski.
Not Kieslowski. Shane?
Vaja.
Vaja is right. Andrzej Vaja. That is correct. Okay, Shane, coming to you. In which movie did Daniel Day-Lewis flawlessly speak in an early 20th century Californian accent?
I do my own drilling. And the men that work for me, and they are men I know. I make it my business to be there and to see their work. I don't lose my tools in the hole and spend months fishing for them. I don't botch the cementing off and let water in the hole and ruin the whole lease. I'm a family man. I run a family business. This is my son and my partner, H.W. Plainview. We offer you the bond of family that...
Yeah, so just tell us which film.
There Will Be Blood.
There will be blood. There will be points for you. That's correct. Here's your next one. Which New Zealand subantarctic island group was named so by its discoverer George Vancouver, since he considered these islands a shipping trap? Among the last pristine areas of New Zealand, thanks to no human landings allowed except for research purposes, the islands give their names to endemic species of penguin, snipes, and tomtits, among other birds. We have 10 seconds.
Hazard Islands.
Not Hazard Islands. Calvin?
Rockhopper.
Good guess, not Rockhopper. Dave?
Pass.
Pass. Nikhil?
Pass.
Pass. All right, these are called the snare islands or the snares, right? So this is a snares penguin, which is one of the varieties of penguins. These are the snares islands. Okay, tough one there. Calvin, your question's coming up. Quadrivium can be thought of as the study of numbers and their relationship to space and time. Three subjects of quadrivium were arithmetic, the study of numbers, geometry, the study of numbers in space, and music, the study of numbers in time. What was the fourth subject of quadrivium, which dealt with the study of numbers in space and time? Ten more seconds to give us the answer. Need an yeah?
Mathematics.
Not mathematics. Passes to Dave.
Pass.
Passes to Nikhil.
Pass.
Passes to Shane.
I'll pass.
Wow, okay, that's a surprising X. Space and time, and the answer is astronomy.
Oh,
astronomy, space and time. So arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy, the quadrivium. All right, Calvin, last question of round 5 to you. This image shows an anti-communist revolutionary holding what behind his back in order to light up a Soviet army vehicle during the height of the 1956 Hungarian Revolution. The Hungarians wanted to chase the Soviets out of their country at any cost, but instead the Soviet Union crushed the rebellion. So just tell us, what is he holding behind his back, which is blanked out in the image?
Stick of dynamite.
Stick of dynamite, good guess. No. Dave?
Pass.
Pass. Nikhil?
The Molotov cocktail?
A Molotov cocktail, that is correct. Cheers to you, Nikhil. Molotov cocktail is right. That gets you a useful 1 point and brings you up to 8. Dave and Shane are both on 9 and Calvin is on 7. We have 3 rounds remaining. Dave, your direct questions coming again. In the late 1700s, when British physician Michael Underwood noticed this Egyptian stone tablet from the 15th century BC, he theorized that this man had the withered leg and was carrying a crutch or a cane. He theorized that the Egyptian may have been one of the earliest victims of what disease?
Polio?
Polio is right. Done there. Polio. Correct. Post that, archaeologists found numerous Egyptian mummies with paralysis, which put further weight behind Underwood's theory. Your second question, Dave. Whose tweet of Feb 22nd, 2018 reached 24.5 million followers and caused a 7% drop in Snapchat's value of USD 1.3 billion, although the drop may not be completely attributable to her. Over 1.2 million users signed a change.org petition asking the company to remove the new app update, one that had prompted this tweet. And you can see the tweet there. It says...
Yeah, I'm going to ask you to zoom in on the picture if you can.
Okay, I will try and zoom in on the picture. There you go. So the tweet says, so does anyone else not open Snapchat anymore, or is it just me? This is so sad. Feb 22nd, 2018.
That scale.
No seconds.
Kardashian?
Not Kardashian. Shane?
Pass.
Calvin?
I'll pass.
Calvin passes. All right. Nikhil?
I'll pass too.
Okay.
My guess was Kylie Jenner.
Yeah,
it is
Jenner.
Kylie Jenner. You should have said that. It is Kylie Jenner. Should have taken your guess, Nikhil. All right.
Yeah, I hit the post. Fair enough.
Yeah. You came very close as well. Yeah. Okay, Nikhil, here we go. Named after a pointed weapon, its specialty paintbrush has a sword-like appearance and unique shape. It has a fine tip and gradual curved edge, used to paint long grasses, distant tree canopies, and ripples in water. Ten seconds.
The spear brush?
Not the spear brush. Shade.
Pass.
Calvin.
Pass.
And Dave.
Pass.
All right, non-cons anyone?
Dagger.
Dagger is right,
Scimitar.
Calvin. You should have gone for it. It is the dagger brush. It is the dagger brush. Okay, that's two questions where people had the answer and didn't go for it. Okay, let's see what happens to this one. The second question to Nikhil. Before gunpowder and firearms, firing squad executions were conducted via firing arrows from skillful archers. The Romans were notorious for persecuting Christians using this method. One of the more famous Christians to face this wrath was a holy person who tried to conceal his faith but got discovered and was sentenced to death by Emperor Diocletian. He was tied to a stake in the middle of a field and shot so full of arrows that he looked like a porcupine. Those who witnessed this incident suggest this, but surprisingly, he lived and was nursed back to health. Who is this?
Saint Sebastian.
Saint Sebastian is right. And of course, we've all seen the famous photo of Muhammad Ali being represented as Saint Sebastian on the Esquire cover. Okay, Shane, here come your questions. Which Japanese baseball player is nicknamed Showtime and had a 2023 season comparable to early Babe Ruth? His success earned him the largest sports contract in history in December when he signed a 10-year contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers for $700 million.
Ohtani.
Ohtani is right. That is correct. This is indeed Shohei Ohtani. Here's your next one. When Robert Wood Blank was traveling on a train to Colorado, he started conversing with the surgeon of the Denver and Rio Grande Railway. The surgeon explained that railroad workers constantly met with accidents, but medical help was often far away. Robert then packaged several of his company's gauze and bandages into a box to keep nearby. What company was thus responsible for the first ever first aid kits?
Johnson & Johnson.
Johnson & Johnson is a good answer. That gets you a full house. That is Johnson & Johnson. And brothers Robert Wood Johnson, James Wood Johnson, and Edward Mead Johnson founded the company, Johnson & Johnson, famous even today for their bandages, their band-aids and gauzes. All right, Calvin, here we go. What Galliform musical family titled an ABC sitcom that ran from 1970 to 1974? Inspired by the Cowsills, a real-life singing family, the show produced a number of hit singles, including a Billboard #1. But of the show's cast, only David Cassidy and Shirley Jones could do any actual singing. Ten seconds.
Say the Chickens.
The Chickens. Nice guess. Not the Chickens. Dave?
Partridge Family.
The Partridge Family. Absolutely correct. Partridge Family.
Unlucky Calvin, that's one for the fogies.
That's correct. The Revenge of the 1970s. The Partridge Family is correct. Galliform, of course, is the bird family that they were referring to, and chicken is part of that family. So, Calvin, you were not too far off with your science fun days. Here's your question to round up round 6. Poland's first nomination for Best International Feature Film from its submission in this category, was at the 64 Academy Award ceremony for whose directorial debut film called Knife in the Water. The director would go on to win a Best Director Academy Award 4 decades later.
Polanski.
Polanski. And what did he win the Best Director for?
The Pianist.
The Pianist. That is correct. Roman Polanski and The Pianist. All right, 2 rounds remaining in this final. Dave and Shane have pulled up a little bit ahead, but both of them are tied on 11. Nikhil's on 9, Calvin's on 8, so not too far behind. Dave, here we go. Listen to the audio and tell us in which movie did Daniel Day-Lewis superbly speak in the South African accent?
Get off the pavement, you bloody coon.
Yeah, get off.
Gaffer.
Alan! Alan! What you doing?
Nothing.
Come out where I can see you! I said, what you doing?
We were just trying to clean up the neighborhood a little.
Yep, so which film?
Oh, it's not on Gandhi, is he? Gandhi?
Great answer, Dave. It is Gandhi. Well done. Absolutely correct.
Okay,
It is Gandhi.
The scene said Gandhi, but I had no idea he was in it. Wow.
Yeah, it is a very small role when it's filmed around the time when Gandhi is in South Africa, and he comes and heckles him and tells him, as you can hear in this dialogue, asks him to leave.
I remember the scene. I just never realized that was must
that
be very
was
young Daniel Day-Lewis.
very young
as well.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Great answer there. I thought that was a tricky one, but well dispatched by Dave. Here's your next one. The last Polish film to get nominated for Best International Feature Film before Ida finally won, was In Darkness at the 2012 ceremony. Which director, who had been nominated in the 80s from West Germany for a film Angry Harvest, directed the movie? The director's surname might give you the impression that they are from a different country, and their best known film in the English-speaking world, a 1990 war drama that also got an Oscar nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay, in a sense brings all 3 countries together.
Hmm. Wow.
Go for it, Dave.
No, I don't think I've got anything here. No, Czechia.
Not Czechia. Nice guess. Shane?
Holland.
Would you know what a full name is?
It's like Agnieszka.
Agnieszka, Holland.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I don't know how to.
And do you know what the other the best known film is?
Europa.
Very good.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So that's the soup of countries over there. Agnieszka, Holland, Germany, Polish film, and Europa. All of it coming together. Nicely done, Shane. Okay, Nikhil.
Is that a musketeer yet? Well done.
Yeah,
no,
I think
Calvin got his.
Calvin got Polanski.
Calvin got
Yes,
Polanski. All right. Okay, Nikhil, here we go. Which New Zealand sub-Antarctic island group gets its name from the erroneous contrasting of its geographical coordinates, 49 degrees south, 178 east, to that of London? In reality, the contrast out to have been with the arrondissement of Dieppe in Normandy. Ten seconds.
The Antipodes.
The Antipodes, that is correct. The Antipodes, they believed it was antipodal to London, but in reality, it's antipodal to Normandy. So Antipodes, well done. Here's the next one. This picture from July 10, 1925 shows high school teacher John T. Scopes brought to trial in Dayton, Tennessee for violating the Butler Act by teaching something to his students What was he teaching? Something that the state of Tennessee strictly did not believe in.
Evolution.
Evolution is right. He was teaching the theory of evolution, and that went against the book of Genesis, and the state of Tennessee did not believe in that. It was a crime to teach that, so it is prohibited. Well done, full house to Nikhil. Shane, your questions. Which $8 subscription service from Twitter in November 2022 had to be scrapped after a flurry of fake accounts sprung up? Eli Lilly lost billions in market cap after a tweet from an imposter announced that insulin was free. Lockheed Martin shares dropped 5.5% after a fake account tweeted that human rights concerns had led to weapons sales to Saudi Arabia and Israel being halted.
Blue check mark.
Blue check mark. Perfect answer there. Blue check mark. Twitter's blue check mark that Mr. Elon tried to launch and had to then pull back. Here's your next one. Michael Ney, one of Napoleon's generals, was arrested and condemned after Napoleon's exile for the second time for his past military service and his special marks of commendation and bravery in record. He was given a special treatment in the process of his execution by firing squad. What was unique about Ney's death by firing squad that made him go out as a commanding general?
He gave the order to fire.
Excellent answer there by Shane. He gave the order to fire. He said he wouldn't be blindfolded, and he gave the order to fire, saying, soldiers, when I tell you, fire at me and fire now. And he, in some sense, ordered his own execution. There's a famous painting about Ney's execution as well, which you can take a look at. Another full house for Shane, who's pulling ahead now, but here are Calvin's questions. Which species of plant that includes indica in its full botanical name? It is one of the dozen-odd plants to appear on a national flag. Its fruits and vegetative parts are both consumed and also used to make alcoholic drinks. You have 10 seconds.
Cactus.
I'll prompt you for a better answer.
The agave cactus.
The agave cactus, incorrect. Dave?
Oh, pass then.
Pass. Nikhil?
No, I'll pass then.
Right. Shane?
I'll pass.
Right. Anyone want to take a shot?
I mean, I thought it was pomegranate till you said cactus.
It's not pomegranate. This is on the flag of Mexico.
Prickly pear cactus.
It's the prickly pear cactus. That is correct. It's the prickly pear cactus. It's called the Indian fig Opuntia. The full name is the Opuntia ficus indica. It's the prickly pear cactus. Tough one, Calvin. You almost had it.
It's messing up. Sorry.
Yeah, change your answer at the last minute. No worries. Relax. Here's your question now. Name the club or the city that won their only Champions League in 1983, beating Juventus 1-0 in the Athens Olympic International Stadium in the final. The city's name derives from the first castle or fort built by Emperor Charlemagne in 808 AD, which lies between the river Ulster and the river Elbe. Ten seconds.
Hansa Rostock.
Dave?
Pass.
Nikhil?
Say Hamburg.
Hamburg is right. The club is Hamburger SV,
Oh, I should have
and
gone
it
for
is
it.
Hamburg.
Hamburg
You should have.
Borg.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
it is
sorry.
Hamburg, Hamburger SV. All right, with that, we've concluded 7 rounds of the International Track Final of FLQL Season 6. And at this point, we find Calvin Christ is on 8 points. Dave McBride and Nikhil Soneja are tied on 12. And in the lead is Shane Whitlock with 14 points. We have 8 questions remaining in the quiz. Let's see how it goes. Your 2 final directs coming up, Dave. Here they are. A flat brush, but with a pointed tip and also called oval wash. Which hybrid of the flat and round paintbrush is named after a feline muscle covered in filiform papillae or minuscule white keratin protein spines?
I don't even know what's at all. Whisker brush?
Whisker brush, not the whisker brush. Calvin?
Pass.
Shane?
I'll pass.
And Nikhil?
Say the cat's tail brush.
Cat's tail brush. Nice guess. Not the cat's tail brush. It's the cat's tongue brush. It's called the cat's tongue.
Oh, papillae. Yeah, okay.
Nah, papillae had to be.
Papillae. So, all right, Dave, your final direct of this final and indeed this season of FLQL. Here we go. In 2015, archaeologists used ground-penetrating radar to discover an underground pyramid and some monoliths in the historical ruins of Tiwanaku. It was once South America's most important city with 231,000 square miles of area. Since 2000, it's been a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Simply tell us in which country was this discovery made.
Uh, 50-50.
Take your guess.
Peru.
Sorry, say again.
Peru.
Peru. Incorrect. Calvin.
Colombia.
Colombia. Incorrect.
Bolivia.
Bolivia is the right answer. It had to be a bit of a shootout over there, but Shade, well done. Bolivia is right. All right, Nikhil, your final 2 directs. The membership list of the Athenaeum Club also consists of this man's name. Although he was host of the Top of the Pop show and had a distinctive career in radio and TV, his name still being there is a shocker due to the multiple sexual abuse and pedophilia cases coming forward after his death. The police even labeled him a sexual predator. Who is this?
Jimmy Savile.
Jimmy Savile, easily done. This is Jimmy Savile. And your last direct for the season. Although Archytas, a 4th century philosopher mathematician, is associated with the grouping of the 4 subjects that later became quadrivium, he was a member of what school, whose founder's writings implicitly contained the links between the 4 subjects? This Samian founder of the school is shown in the detail from School of Athens on the right.
Mm.
Ten seconds.
To Plato's Academy.
Not Plato's Academy. Calvin?
Pythagorean.
Pythagorean, very good. That's the correct answer. That's Pythagoras there, right there. That's Archimedes next to him. And that's the Pythagorean
Samian from Samos, of course. Oh,
yeah, Simeon. He was from Samos.
yeah.
That's why Simeon.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that was the little clue there. Tough
Mhm.
luck, but well, good steal by Calvin. Shane, your final two directs to seal up this game. In familial rather than musical terms, what links the groups Righteous Brothers and Doobie Brothers? They can be contrasted on the score with a much larger set of groups such as the Everly Brothers and the Jonas Brothers, while an intermediate category would include the Allman Brothers Band.
Okay, they're not related at all.
The Righteous Brothers, the Doobie Brothers, the band members are not related at all. You're absolutely correct. That's the right answer. They're not brothers. They're not related at all. The Everly Brothers and Jonas Brothers are actually brothers, to a duo in one case and a trio in the other. And in the Allman Brothers band, they were brothers, but there were others in the band as well. So well done. And I think that gets you the game. But we have 3 more questions to go. Here's your last question of the season, Shane. During an exhaustive and intensive survey of this desert, the Antiquities Authority found new fragments from the Dead Sea Scrolls, a first in 6 decades. This scroll contained pieces of the Book of the 12 Minor Prophets, including Nahum and Zechariah. The discovery was made in the Murabat Caves, Nahal Dargah Reserve, of which desert? The name of the desert is memorialized through a 20th century East African Leonine association. Ten more seconds.
The Negev?
Negev, not Negev. Passes to Dave.
No, I'll pass.
Pass. Calvin?
Abyssinian.
Good guess, Calvin. Not Abyssinian. And Nikhil?
No, I know what the reference is, but I will pass.
Will pass. All right.
I mean, is this that, sorry, is this that Omar Mukhtar?
Sorry. 1 second. Yeah. All right. That passed everyone. I think, Nikhil, you were saying, what's the reference?
No, I was thinking it might be Omar Mukhtar, who was the Lion of the Desert.
Okay. It's
No,
not
but
Omar
it's
Mukhtar.
East African. Oh, could it just be Savo? Like, no, they couldn't be Savo again, and this is way
No,
too.
I think Calvin was on the right
I thought
track.
the flag of the Abyssinian Empire had the lion, right? So
Yeah, so that is the Lion
Judah.
of Judah. Yeah.
It is the Judean
Judean,
desert.
yeah, I
That's
nearly
the
said
Lion
that.
of Judah.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
the Lion of Judah. Yeah, Haile Selassie being the Lion of Judah and that being on the flag, you were absolutely right. It's just that it was Judah, not Abyssinia.
Mm.
All right, last 2 questions of this quiz to Calvin. Here we go. Holding a 10-year, $450 billion USD contract with the Kansas City Chiefs, which quarterback holds the 4th largest sports contract in history? This 2-time Super Bowl MVP is the second black quarterback and youngest overall to achieve this feat.
Mahomes.
That is correct. That's Patrick Mahomes. And the very last question of today's quiz. Here we go. A majority of Graham Greene's novels were adapted for film. What was unique about the case of the Green novella, The Third Man, which was made into a film by the director Carol Reed, as we all know? In his preface to the novella, Green writes that The Third Man was never written to be blank, but only to be blank. Come on, Calvin, take a guess.
Don't have it. Only to be translated.
Not the only one to be translated. Dave?
So it was intentionally written as a screenplay. It was never meant to be read, only to be watched, to be filmed.
And so what was unique about this with respect to the film?
That he adapted himself, that he wrote the screenplay himself.
Well, I'll further prompt you. That is correct, but that's not the uniqueness. What was unique in this particular case with the third man? I just need you to just simply complete your answer. Well, that
he didn't write did he not adapt it to novel? Did he only write it for the screen?
Dave, we'll give it to you. That's the right answer. This is the case where this novella was originally written for the film, and the novel actually got published after the film. So you're absolutely right. That takes you to 13 points. And in second place, tied with Nikhil Soneja, our young finalist, Calvin Christ, finishes on 10 points. But winning this quiz comfortably and crowning our newly minted FLQL Season 6 champion, Shane Whitlock. Congratulations, Shane. Great performance. Absolutely well played.
Well done, Shane.
Thank you.
Well done, Shane.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good game, all.
Well done. Well played.
Well read.
Good game,
Thanks
everyone.
a lot, Venky. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Thank you for reading, Venky.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Good job this season. Enjoyed all the questions.
Yeah, great season, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for playing this season, and congratulations, Shane. And especially thank you to Venky for conducting it so well. We'll see you all for the next season at Flame starting March 18. Take care till then, everyone. Bye-bye. Good evening.